in this first part, we are going to see how to collect our own Facebook data. In the repo I mentioned you before, there's a link to the Help Facebook that explains where to request the information. You have to request the information in advance. You first request that, and a few days later it will be available for download. So you go to Facebook, in Settings and Privacy, you go to Settings and click your Facebook information. It gives us to this page where you can see where to download your information. Here you have the possibility to request the copy. So you define the time when you want this information to be included. In this case, you can select all your data since you created your account. The format, we are going to prefer JSON to process the information later, and in media quality, it's better to request low because the amount of information regarding videos and images can be very high. Then you can select the things you want to include in the copy. You can include everything, or you can only include some topics. For the analysis we are going to use, we need post. We also need the location information that is here. However, it's good to explore all the kinds of information that Facebook collects about you. These are the photos and videos that you have uploaded, the comments you have done in your own posts on others people, likes and reaction you have already done, friends you have been connected, stories, videos and photos, the following people and the followers you have, messages you have interchanged with others, groups you have belonged to, events, profile information, pages, marketplace, activities in the marketplace, payment history in case you have it configured, save items and collection, places you have created, apps and websites you used to log in with Facebook, other activities, gaming, interaction, things you have deleted, archives, shared videos, campus activity, rewards you already have, ads and business, search history, is recorded when you search on Facebook, about you, the information you have shared about you, security and login information. It includes where you have logged in, periods of time you have been active on Facebook, topics according to your activity, and voice recording and transcription. You see, this is a very big variety of information. You can request everything. If you have spent on Facebook about 10 years, more or less, your collection of data could be about 5-10 gigabytes. It's a lot of information. So that's the thing, it is not immediately available. You have to request that, and once you requested that, when it is available, it will be ready for download here. This is the last time I requested a copy, so this is the information I requested, and the information that is available in JSON format. So once it is processed, it will be available here for download, and you will have the information here. Now we are going to explore the information that I have already downloaded. So here, there's the information about post. It had notes, it had pin post, and your post separated in few files. Each file has 10,000 posts that you have already done. So it makes an idea of how many posts have you done in your life in Facebook. We are going to process only one of these files, for example, purposes. And also, we are going to watch the location information. So you will have information about your time zone, your primary location, and your location history. In my case, this is very small amount of data because I have blocked Facebook from knowing where I am. So the information that is here basically belongs to only 2 days of my Facebook time. But many people that haven't configured this to block the amount of information of location that Facebook gathers probably has lots of information here. In this case, I'm only going to show you 2 days of information that we are going to process and mapping. I also want you to see the other kind of information that you have here because, for example, comments. So those are all the comments that you have posted in Facebook, groups that you belong, and all the information, your groups, your posts and comments in groups, your group membership activity, events, event invitation, event responses, your own events, ads and businesses, ads interest, advertisers you uploaded, advertisers you interacted with, your off Facebook activity. This means about pages outside Facebook that you have interacted with. Archives, in this case, I have no data. Information used for recommendation, newsfeed topics for recommendations, news topics for recommendations. This comes from the analysis Facebook does over you. I haven't told you this information, but I want to show you because it could be interesting for someone to start developing some kind of processing for this. Your interactions in events, groups, menu updates, people, your likes on reactions, including external sites, pages, and posts and comments. Messages, and these are all the threads you have been into. And you can find lots of information, lots of people, so it's interested to see this, but we are not going to focus on that. Filter threads, inbox, all the messages you have received on your inbox, message request, including all those that you haven't answered anything, stickers you use, other activity, pokes, do you remember this? Probably nobody uses them anymore. Interactive videos, polls you voted, support correspondences, pages, page you have recommended, your pages, photos and videos. This is the huge part because the files here can be very big or high number. I'm not going to analyze anything about images, but they are already there in case you want to. Your search history, security and login information. It includes administrative records, mobile devices you have used, your login protection data, cookies, many other things that you maybe want to review about your account. Voice recordings, in my case, I have no data. A Facebook activity, this could be also very interesting to review. In this case, we are only gonna use location, what I mentioned you before about this information, about 2 days that I already have recorded, and my post. Those are the information that I'm going to analyze. And in this case, I'm going to use only one of those files. This is the information that I'm sharing and that I want to give a tool to analyze in case you download your own data. It is important to focus that this is about your own data. We are not promoting analyzing data from others. It's more about getting insights about your own behavior and what kind of information it can give to you, because it could be useful for things like knowing insights about how have been your mood or have been your languages or your interest in the time. And it could be useful for your own analysis. It's more about like a process of self-reflection, but having a tool to do so.